Yes, hello guys, welcome back to Creative 971. I will be talking about the next topic, which is actually 5 most common mistakes which startups are actually doing, or what we came across the past 3 years of our events and talking into the startup community, especially around Shopify. So this is something what we actually would like to share with you, that you might not do them or maybe can overcome them in a more smart way. So first of all, what we see is position 1 would be that the startups or the startup community, especially if it comes to e-commerce, building their own brand, because they invested a lot of money and time on that, actually resourcing the products, getting their license ready. It's kind of being perfect. So what we have spoken to so many, it's actually dragging the full process of trying to get the website 100% right, trying to be on everything 100% perfect. This is something what shouldn't be done, right? You should be very aggressive, very fast, because the most important stuff what you will understand after that video is that you will learn based on the information what you will get. Right, so let's say you're getting your brand out, you're getting your website done by yourself, maybe you even take a theme, a Shopify theme, get it ready, go out, and you will then understand, okay, might be the products, they have some problems, might be that your packaging is having some problems, might be that you get comments from your customers, might be that you're actually improving your brand by working on it. Because if you try to make it perfect, what you might believe is perfect might be not the real scenario, right? We have seen it so many times because of all of that knowledge from an e-commerce perspective. It's not about what you might think, it's more about what your customer wants and what your data is actually saying, right? So let's say you think about branding, you think about images, you think about content, but end of the day, this is just what you think based on what could be good, but it's maybe not what the customer or your shopper would like to hear, understand, or see in order to bring him into a conversion or make him brand loyal or actually talking about you guys as well. So this is one of the parts which is very critical, especially in the startups. So this you should definitely consider. The next one is, I would say, missing market research and market strategy. As well as industry-related knowledge. We see that many times that actually you think about an idea, or maybe you see a lot of information on Instagram and you think, yeah, okay, I will start my business now as well, I just want to do it, and you try to do it, which is amazing, right? I mean, you should definitely not be demotivated on that, but all of this information what we will provide you is more to help you. You should understand your market, and you should do your market research, and you should have that knowledge about that. Why? If you're doing that, it's very easy. You will go to Google, wherever you might go, and you will search for that kind of industry, you will get to know more. And then you will go even to other websites, maybe you read the reviews, maybe you go to blogs, wherever you might go, you will find already the information from real people, right? What they need or what they want. So let's say you're maybe starting whatever, sportswear, right? If you maybe have that in your mind. So if you maybe have a t-shirt, or maybe you see competitors where they are doing it, but there is a competitor which actually the people are saying it's okay, but it doesn't fit so well because of X, Y, Z. Maybe this happens 10 times, right? So this is something, you didn't do much, you did your research and you understood what might be a gap or a related t-shirt where you could basically target them to overcome or to be more present than the competition. It's very simple, so that's why we would say this is a part what is missing. Most of the startups or the entrepreneurs, they see the product or they believe in it or say this is what I want to do, which is amazing, but you still should do your market research in rather upgrading that product or doing a better version of it, instead of maybe doing the same what the competition would do. I think next one, it's tough to say, but I would say it's the next one, it's the human factor. There is so many people or entrepreneurs which actually come across that they believe if it's purely e-commerce and if it's online, you should only treat it as online. But usually it's not, right? There is a lot of work involved what you can actively actually do. and try to find collaborations, try to work with certain people, try to work or find Instagram influencers, not the ones which might be charging a lot for some post or some coverage, but might be a very reasonable person which is trustful and has even 700, 800 or whatever followers, and maybe you get a good deal out of that to maybe have your products promoted as well. And at the same time, it would be the personalization of your content strategy, right? It's not anymore about you will get an email which is standard for every single person. Now we have a 30% off, buy it now. Right? This is not how content marketing is now evolving and how people would like to see all of these kind of brands. Let's say everything is moving towards more custom, more personalized, whether you look at the brands which are now even recently opened and just being extremely fast growing ones, whether it's Off-White, whether it's Palm Angels, right? It's more about personalizing yourself instead of seeing it broad. I mean, we have there a lot of information, but just for you to understand, it's more personalized content marketing for your customers or shopper, instead keeping them all equal, because everyone will get bored and it's just not productive. I would say one point is to stay positive actually, because it will be a journey and you need to work on your brand, and it might be not always easy, but this is where we actually come in and started our pure online content, to find these kind of gaps where you're actually suffering from, to provide, like, not a mentor, but just to provide an insight what we have the experience on, to help you overcome them. Not on a technical level, we could do it on a technical level as well, but it's more about understanding how you maybe rethink or reapproach that. So if you have any question or you're stuck somewhere on a point, just put it in the comments. We'll certainly do a next video about that and we'll help you out there as well. The next part, or the last point, the fifth one, would be localization, and I think this is a very big part, because let's say if you're localized and you know where is your target and you exactly put all of the information, all of the effort based on your target market, let's say it's the UAE, you know how to do it in a way that the people might feel safe, that they might feel good. Why should you use a Photoshop picture, right? So nowadays it's very easy to approach maybe some Instagram profiles which you maybe see, okay, there maybe young people, your t-shirt brand, what I just mentioned before, maybe should focus on the generation Z, which is the youngest one, right? So why not approaching them, saying them, listen, we will do a photo shoot with them, you take your products, you do a photo shoot, whether it's a camera, meanwhile the cameras are being so good, right? You will have them on their website, you already have a collaboration, they will be happy, you will be happy, and everyone understands, okay, you're present here, you work with real people. This is something where it comes to user-generated content, which is a very big thing in the marketing industry as well, because it's going more towards the user-generated content instead of just product images. So this is something what should be overall then localized, and in order then to apply that to your strategy. I think those 5 of the 5 points are the biggest ones which we have come across so far, which is just, they're very, very easy to adapt or to understand, but these are the ones which we got asked many times. I think one of the ones in regards of marketing, it is just that some people, they might treat it in a way very strict online, and it only needs to go by Facebook and Instagram advertisement, and you can't do anything. So for example, we had an event, I think 2 years ago, which we had maybe around 50 people attending there. There was one guy actually asking that question about, okay, how do you approach your marketing in the UAE? Because certainly here it works a bit different, because you can't just go to YouTube and maybe see a US person showing you how you maybe find a Facebook group or a Facebook related article or something which you can retarget your customers, or actually target your customers with the audience, right? So he was asking, he is interested in selling beard oil, right? And said he can't find even people who would try it, who would use it, just to start out with that, right? And in the room, I think it was around 15 men sitting with a long beard, right? So even we're saying just talk to them, approach them, right? I mean, it shouldn't be so much strict that you can't approach someone or take it more on a personal level as well, because it will help you, especially in that market. So this is something what we just wanted to give you as a tip, and I hope I see you soon on the next video.